Yes, Etsy family, another breaking news, man. Check this out. This is a joke, really. I'll be honest with you. It's an absolute joke. Right. It says Etsy forcing many stores into vacation mode, stopping crucial holiday sales. Like this came out on the value added resource website literally a few days ago, right? And it's an absolute madness. Like, why the hell? I mean, look, let me just read it first of all. Hang on. Let me just go into this. Look, it says the Etsy community forum is being flooded with sellers whose stores have been forced into vacation mode with no warning or explanation, bringing a sudden stop to sales and crucial final days to meet holiday shipment deadlines. Sellers report the sudden notifications about their stores being temporarily shut down contained very little information or confusing explanations, saying Etsy was reviewing their documents to verify their identity or business details when the seller had not even uploaded any new documents. Their previous documents had already been previous documents had already been verified. Like, this makes no sense, man. This is a joke. Look, this is from a seller. They say my shop has been put in vacation mode without any warning, email or message. My account is in good standing. I'm a bestseller with no violations, no late shipments or issues. I've also uploaded all proof of ID and reviewed my legal and tax info months ago. It has all been verified already. My shop is my full-time income. I'm a single mum, and this is a huge financial loss for my family, especially during the Christmas season. This is an absolute joke. This is what I can't stand. This is a typical example of the Etsy bots running riot. And this is one of the things that I just can't get my head around. Like, Etsy needs to get a grip of this situation. They can't have these just inhumane things happening. I mean, this clearly is a seller that has got everything in the right place, doing all the right things. And this is probably not the only seller. There are many, many sellers out there doing exactly the right things. They know what they need to do. They've been selling for years. And then all of a sudden, something like this happens. If it has happened to you, then please drop me a comment, please, below, and share it with the community, because it's an absolute travesty. I really feel for this seller, because having your income literally cut. Because look, let's just see it as it is. Many people rely on their Etsy income to actually live on, and to have it cut or taken away from under anybody's feet is just really, really bad. And on top of that, the seller has done everything correctly. Here's another one. It says, my shop has been forced vacation mode for over 4 days now, and I have no idea why. I've contacted seller support multiple times, but all I get are generic replies telling me to check my email or wait for an email, but there's no email at all. Oh my God. You know what? How many times I've heard this? It's an absolute joke, man. Do you know how many times I've heard this about, check your email or wait for an email? The stress, the anxiety that sellers are going through, having to wait or having to wait for their stores to be reopened, if it ever is honestly the worst thing ever. The worst thing ever. I have no overdue. Let me just carry on reading this. I have no overdue orders and didn't upload any new documents. This is happening during the busiest time of the year, and it's so frustrating to be left in the dark like this. I've seen other sellers dealing with the same thing. It seems to be a global issue. Does anyone know what's going on? How long does this really take? Etsy, please give us answers. This is affecting our businesses and families, and we deserve some transparency. I couldn't have said it better myself. You absolutely do deserve a lot of answers and transparency, and I think it's very, very, very bad what Etsy is doing right now, and they should be ashamed of themselves, because sellers are the reason why that the platform actually makes money. If it wasn't for sellers, then there would be no platform. There would be no Etsy business. You need to think about the sellers right now, because it's destroying their lives. And it goes on. To make matters worse, moderators in the Etsy community are quickly and actively closing and locking posts about this problem, directing sellers to contact support privately for help and preventing further public discussion. Oh, this is bad. I mean, if they're not allowing for public discussion in the forums, that is bad, because it's almost like it's a cover-up, right? And it shouldn't be the case. There should be transparency at all times, at all costs. And let me just read on. It says, as many other sellers have reported, my store was also shut down on the 14th of December and put into a forced vacation mode. After attempting to reach Etsy with no success or response, I turned to the forums here. An Etsy mod closed my thread, which which stops users from responding, stating that they would reach out to me. Etsy did indeed reach out to me and requested documents include my driver's license and a copy of my business registration, which I promptly provided. Finally, Etsy emailed me around 2 a.m. this morning, letting me know that my identity has been verified and I can start receiving payments again. Problem is, though, my store is still in vacation mode. Under business verification documents, it states that there is action required, but it gives me no information of what else I need to do or provide. Oh my God, that is a joke. I can't believe this, man. This is, do you know what? I keep hearing it all the time and I'm still makes my blood boil. I have given Etsy everything they have requested. I can clearly see the documentation that I already uploaded in my legal tax information tab. Everything matches as it should. I have no problems with any other platform. I sell on payment processing accounts, Stripe, PayPal, etc. Please also keep in mind I've been selling on Etsy for years now. My name has not changed. My bank account, EIN, my driver's license, everything is the same. Everything I provided Etsy with this information they already had. I don't know what happened here, if this was some kind of massive hack or attack, but I am just thankful that many of my loyal customers were able to find me on alternative platforms. Wow. See, this is what I keep saying, guys. I love Etsy and I think it's a fabulous platform, but guys, if you don't have an alternative platform, then go and get one now. Check out my videos on alternatives just to give you some ideas. But I'm telling you now, please, if you can take one thing away from this video, is go and work on alternative platform, right? Just in case, right? Look at this. Look at what's happened to this kind of long-standing seller that's been doing it for years. Look what's happened there. Let me just read on. It says, I don't know what happened to me. It was some kind of mess. If I was relying solely on Etsy as my only source of income, this would absolutely devastated my family financially right before Christmas. Etsy, please get this issue resolved. I have been a loyal seller and shareholder for years, but something is very much broken on Etsy's end and needs to be fixed. And not only does being put on forced vacation mode stop new orders coming in, it also freezes payouts for recently completed orders too, causing even more cash flow crunch for affected sellers. Wow. That is, you know what? That is so sad. That is so sad. And, like, it makes me really angry because, these are not only new sellers, these are sellers that have been there for years with the documentation that has already been verified. They know about it. They've got all the information. They stick by the rules. They adhere to the policies. They do what Etsy asks, but yet it can happen to them. So what my point is, if it can happen to them, it can happen to anybody at any point. Now, this is not to scare you. This is just make sure that you are prepared. Now, like I keep saying, I say it all the time because it really is. Etsy is probably one of the best platforms to sell, anything online, right? Whether it be print on demand, handmade, whether it be digital products. It's amazing because it has a huge amount of customers coming on the platform. However, you need to have an alternative because situations like this where people have had their stores shut down, vacation mode suspended, is all too common. And sometimes it can happen even to the best. Let me just read this one very quickly. Our store has been put on vacation mode late last week, but there was no notification email about it. The dashboard home says your shop will stay in vacation mode while we review your info. This means you won't be able to receive new orders until we finish verifying your info, which usually takes up to 48 hours after you uploaded your document. Please tell me in the comments below, guys, if you've had any experience like this. Please, I'd love to hear from you, and also for you to share it to the other sellers that actually listen to my channel. But I mean, look, having this happen at a crucial time like Christmas is a disaster. Some people rely on the Q4 actual income to actually for the rest of the year. No need to do any. Let me just read it, carry on reading. Etsy goes on to say, no need to do anything else right now. We'll reach out if we need any more details from you, right? Payouts of the outstanding balance is also frozen. Oh my God. We didn't receive any requests for ID documents recently, and our credit card and IDs, etc., are all also up to date. We also raised a case with Etsy support, but haven't heard back. I mean, look, I can go on and on about this, and it's happened to many, many sellers during this really crucial time, this crucial period, Q4, where people actually rely on this money for their income, for their financial for their financial obligations, for their family bills, and for you not to even get an email or hear anything from Etsy is, there's only one word to say, is disgusting. You know, it really is. So look, if someone from Etsy watches this, I urge you guys is please look after your sellers. Your sellers love your platform. We love selling on the platform. Look after us. Look after us. Respond to us. Give us some feedback. Give us some ideas. Talk to us. And you know, we do love the platform, but look after the sellers, please, because the sellers are what makes platform so great. You know, but guys, if you do love videos like this, please hit the like, subscribe, smash notification bell, and drop a comment below. And I will be doing some lives and talking about, discussing various things. So if you do want a live as well, you're interested in the lives discussing various things that Etsy sellers are concerned about, then please say live in the comments below as well. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.